An explosion recently rocked the APP Secretariat in Rivers State, intensifying the already charged, one would say, political atmosphere amidst rumors of Governor Siminalayi Fubara's potential defection. Now, this incident has raised concerns about the growing tensions within the APC, or rather within the state's political landscape, especially with the backdrop of a heated rivalry between Governor Fubara and the current FCT Minister, Nyesom Wike. The blast, though not immediately linked to any political figure, adds to the drama unfolding in Rivers State as factions prepare for potential shifts in alliance or allegiance.
Now, the timing of the explosion coincides with speculation about Governor Fubara's political future, particularly his rumored move from the People's Democratic Party to the Action People's Party. Such a defection, if it happens, could significantly alter the political dynamic in the state, possibly exacerbating the existing friction between the governors and his predecessor, Wike. The political climate in Rivers State, already known for its volatility, could become even more unpredictable in the wake of these developments. Now, to help us unpack these complex issues, we are being joined by Chibike Ikenga, Publicity Secretary of the APC Caretaker Committee in Rivers State. You're welcome on the show with us here, sir.
Pleased to be here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. So, sir, would like to know exactly what the main factors fueling the rumors of Governor Fubara's defection are and how credible these speculations might be.
Okay, thank you for having me once again. You'd recall that Governor Fubara came to limelight through the instrumentality and structures of the Chief Nyesom Wike-led political group and party in Rivers State. That the details, all the details are already known to you. And you know that he was brought up and then prepared and made governor by Nyesom Wike, leading others in the PDP. And then through an arrangement that saw the FCT minister, the immediate past governor, deliver the president of the APC and all the National Assembly members of the PDP here in Rivers State. So that collaboration with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the APC at that time also saw that Fubara was ultimately delivered as governor of Rivers State through PDP. Be that as it may, you know that both of them have fallen out, and the details you already know. You know the challenges, you know how it started and all that. You have all that, and it's in the public domain. It has become very pertinent now that Governor Fubara had seen that he has lost grounds with the PDP, the structures which he contended with. He wanted to have control of, but Chief Nyesom Wike, the immediate past governor, FCT minister, had shown what he's known for. He's politically sagacious, you know that. He's strategic. He's a strong political man. He's a strong leader and knows what to do with power and party politics.
And you made a statement. You said that the FCT minister and also ex-governor handpicked the current governor of Rivers State and prepared him to take up the mantle of the governorship election. What does that say about the democratic process or the party process of in voting to bring a viable candidate for the governorship election?
You didn't hear me say he picked him up. I said he picked him and prepared him. Of course, he went through the processes of participating in the primaries and eventually participated in the election that saw him come out victorious. They went through the processes. It was not an imposition, so to say. There were compromises, there were dialogues. You have heard from the minister himself earlier. You had also heard from the governor that it was, apart from the God Almighty that we do not see, that the person who had helped him to get to where he is today is Governor Nyesom Wike, former and FCT minister now.
All right. So if these rumors are true and is defecting to APC, what would that mean for the relationship between himself and the ex-governor?
No, the relationship is sad. you know that there's nothing secret about it, and you know that the governor had tried to wrestle the structure of the PDP from his benefactor, Chief Nyesom Wike. Unfortunately, like I did mention earlier, and the Chief Nyesom Wike, the FCT minister, is too strong to be set aside like that. So these are some of the frustrations the governor has had, and the rumors were before that he wanted to come to the APC, our own party, because he claimed at that time that he was supporting the president. But going to another party now, like we know, we have seen the structures. The government may deny that he's not moving to the APP, the Action People's Party. But all his supporters, particularly those who are his lieutenants, have already pitched tent with the APP, the Action People's Party. So it is clearer to say that the governor is more an Action People's Party member than anybody can imagine, because if you take into cognizance, his political desk officer is the chief of staff, Edison here. He's the one who the governor is using to properly put those structures in place. If you also take note, you remember that there's one Chibike Ikenga, who is a member of House of Reps, who was a former national chairman of that party. So those are the things that culminated in the preparations for the governor to move to the next party, because PDP is too hot for him now.
So now we're hearing from you now that there have been two rumors. The first one was that Governor Fubara might have been planning to defect to the APC, and then now we hear that the rumor is that he might be defecting to the APP. Now, in these two, well, let's say timelines, what would the relationship be between him and perhaps maybe these political parties were he to defect either to the APP or the APC? And how would that affect the political climate of Rivers State?
Nothing is changing for the opposite or for the negative, because we know that Governor Fubara and his benefactor had disagreed, and Governor Fubara is out of the PDP. He said so a longer time when he said that he no longer believes, and that the party didn't stand by him, his PDP, and that he no longer believes in the party, that what they are doing now is a sympathy. So, be that as it may, it will not alter anything. Everything remains steady, but the governor will be the ultimate loser. Why he will lose is that that party, so-called Action People's Party, is completely unknown. Doesn't have any structures across the state to be able to withstand the pressures of electioneering processes.
Okay, we have currently trying to join on for live view Joe Johnson, that is the Commissioner for Information of Rivers State. He might be joining us real soon via the same Zoom. So we hope that we can establish communication with him. However, now, I still really didn't get, perhaps maybe you didn't get my question from earlier. I'm asking how it will affect the climate of politics in Rivers State, noting that Rivers State is a very volatile area. What will happen should he join the APP at this point in time? And also noting that that was where we had the instance of the bombing at their secretariat.
I'm sure you were the one who didn't hear me. I did say, firstly, that nothing negative will happen in Rivers State, because the governor is already out of the PDP. So going to pitch his tent with the Action People's Party will not alter anything. The political situation is very entrenched here, particularly that it is the governor that will have challenges, because this is a relatively unknown party that the governor and his team will have to labor so much to be able to make it known to the people of Rivers State. And by the way, Rivers State is not very volatile. There is politics going on and there are disagreements, but like I have always said, the governor ought to take serious steps and measures to halting some of these challenges, but he's yet to do so.
So, the buzzword here is defection rumors, right? Let me ask you about APC in terms of, the role they're playing in this space, in these developments of a rumor of a defection. And how is the party preparing for an influx of possible new members into the party if Fubara decides to leave PDP, and that might just disintegrate the PDP in Rivers State? New members will most likely leave. If they come to APC, what would the welcome for them look like?
Okay, like we had said severally, APC is open to every citizen of Rivers State who is interested in joining our party. Our house is open, our windows and doors are open. Anybody can come in because it is through people that elections are won. More so, in Rivers State, APC had extended open hands to every person who is in tune with happenings in Nigeria. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his renewed hope agenda are doing quite a lot to try to take us out of the doldrum we were put into over the years by successive governments. So we believe that the more we accept these people who are coming, we are ready. If you check, very recently, in about 2-3 days ago, you saw a rally which we anchored. That rally could attest to you to the fact that APC is very grounded here, that APC supports President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, supports the Minister of the FCT as well in driving the renewed hope agenda, policies and programs of the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So we're open to new members and we're happy to receive them, to swell our ranks, to defeat any other party that will contest with us.
So, Mr. Ikenga, let's now take a look at the personal relationship between the FCT minister and Governor Fubara. Should he move to the APC, what would that relationship become now, noting their strained relationship over the past many months? And then should he move to the APP, what would that relationship seem like then?
Well, the minister of the FCT, Chibike Ikenga, immediate past governor, is not a member of the APC. That is clear. He is not, albeit he is a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the FCT, in an APC-driven government. So that is clear. He's not a member of our party. So the FCT minister does not show any interest in what we are doing outside the support of driving the agenda of Mr. President through the Renew Hope program. So if the governor wants to come to the APC, he has to come very clear. He has to come through the proper channels. And then we assess the situations. If he's coming to add value to what we are doing, if he's coming to support the president the more, then we are willing to deal.
Well, we want to see if Mr. Joe Johnson has joined us now. Mr. Joe Johnson, if you're there, please let's hear from you. Hello, Mr. Joe Johnson.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, all. Good morning to Nigerians. Good morning to my friend Chibike in the studio.
Good morning. Thank you so much for coming on. Let me start with...
Good morning, Joe.
Good morning. I must ask about, the PDP leadership in the state. How is the PDP leadership responding to the defection rumors about Fubara moving out of the PDP? And what strategies are being employed to keep, Governor Fubara within the party? Mr. Joe, can you hear me? We hear that his network is a bit slow there. Well, Mr. Chibike, again, I've asked this question, I think, the last time that you joined us, and let me ask you again. Will there be some sort of normalcy and, the tit for tat, that keeps going on within the political space in Rivers State? Will there be some sort of normalcy anytime soon? We're well into the second year of this dispensation. Will there be some sort of normalcy where there are no rumors and everyone is trying to coexist in a very peaceful manner?
Yes, there ought to be. Like I always say, I put everything rests on the shoulders of the governor. The governor is the #1 citizen of the state. He superintends over the affairs of the state and our commonwealth. So the governor must take decisive actions, must take steps that will lead to integration, that will lead to unity, peace, progress. And then the governor should be able to coalesce all the interests, divergent interests in the state, to drive the state towards development. So we continue to wait on him to do so, but he hasn't started. The governor is much more engrossed with politics. He's been distracted by some political buccaneers who he fell into their hands. So they have railroaded his administration into politics. We pray and believe that such a day will come when the governor will realize that he was he was deceived by those who made him see his benefactor and other supporters as his enemies. And now he adopted those other people who were opposed to him when these other people were in support of him. So we still await the governor to take such decisions that will lead to unity and progress and development of the state. And such a time, I pray, comes sooner than later.
Mr. Chibike, we're pressed for time, but you said some certain buccaneers are distracting the governor. And for sake of fairness, who are these? Can you name a couple of them? These non-state actors or these buccaneers that are distracting the governor?
Their faces are known. Don't you know one Igochinyan and Co. who said that they are 60. Group 60 of National House of Fresh members. Are you not aware of that? Are you not aware of one Chief Dananya who goes about with the Zenith Labour Party and so many other political interest groups masquerading as supporters of the governor when they did not participate in leading to where he is today?
And how can APC play in in a cohesive manner where the common goal is governance and grassroots governance for the people of River State? Very quickly, because we're pressed for time, so we can steer the governor back, to the cause of bringing, change and prosperity for the sake of people of Rivers.
That's what we've been advocating. We have advocated that the governor should play by the rules. Governor should obey court orders. Governor should work according to the dictates of the Constitution and then according to his oath of office and oath of allegiance. Once he continues to comply with those things, I think we are good to go. And then the governor must shy away from trying to divide the state assembly by creating his own and then also taking some arbitrary actions and then actions that are ultra-virus outside the powers of his enshrined the Constitution. So once the governor begins to act within the confines of the Constitution, I'm sure that we'll get progress, we'll get unity, we'll get development.
Mr. Chibike Ikenga, I want to say thank you very much for joining us and giving us your time this morning to shed light on the situation in Rivers State. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
I must apologize as well to Mr. Joe Johnson. We tried to make connection, but we understand that the internet was quite poor there. But we'll definitely bring this conversation another time to make it more nuanced with various perspectives as possible.
Now we're moving on to our final segment for today. Join us as we talk about the culture of silence next.